It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Blue Devils will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Florida State's offense will start this game off with the football. Out of the gun, the inside give. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the ground game.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Gonna take a shot. Snags it down the right side. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The play-action fake. The throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Turning it on! He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore.
Trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are coming off sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
All right, guys, let's look at the big picture for Duke. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
But they do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about into detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Showing off the arm. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
The counter run plays really tricky for defenses to stop because it forces you to play with great eye discipline. Everything in pre-snap is telling you the ball's going to the strong side, but now they run it back weak and they're pulling offensive linemen. This defense better be ready because this won't be the last time today they see the counter run.
Finds his tight end. Smashes ahead. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll ride Davis here. Hard running there. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Seminoles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. It's a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. The Noles look to keep this drive humming. To the air, it's Berry. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
You know, if you're going to complete these dagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on that.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Got the first down, looking for more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. On the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off-play action. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Florida State! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Stanford. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on through. Guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He'll do it himself. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. A lot of ball handling goes on in the option, but after you pull it, you got to make sure you take care of it.
Because you're going to be in the teeth of the defense, right, Reese? I mean, if you pull that football, you're still in the center of the field where all those big D linemen and linebackers are living, so you got to be extra careful with your ball security.
Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 balls at the 18.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Berry. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. You couldn't ask for much better field position to start, but now they're looking at a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Here's the pressure. Got his man on the right. He gets it inside the 20. But they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job. Coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And his defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together. Really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. This offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen them the last couple weeks.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Garrett. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So 1st down here as they go back to work. With the catch, it's Moore. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
And this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He'll take it himself. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Duke! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the 2nd half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back up. Come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, two guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Looking for a man. It's Berry. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. And that 3rd down pass had some juice, but they couldn't hook up. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made on the 20-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. The touchdown drive cut the deficit last time they had it, forced the punt. Now a chance to really make this a football game.
And I think if you're the offensive coordinator here, you're revisiting that last drive and asking yourself, okay, what did I call? What worked? What can I keep dialing up so we can keep scoring?
Dang right, because you got the momentum. You're back in this football game. Everything is going your way. Your defense just contributed, so that lead they had, just keep chipping away, and who knows what will happen.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. And the Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here. Just signal for and made just shy of the 30. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Off play action on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Rides the back on the option. The give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Berry. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Oh, what a move. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Right back to it. Inside the 30. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Noles are marching down the field. The give on the inside. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown. didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And he'll work his way on the return to the 35-yard line before he stops. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2. And the Seminoles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air. It's Sperry. Fires to the wideout. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Just keeps slinging it. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. Snagged out of the air. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open...
Beck's going for the goal line. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Noles! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
and the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Texas A&M is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at field. One of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Tennessee.
Looking to throw on first down.
Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air on second down. Fires to the tight end.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Just a little off. Incomplete. And the Blue Devils will call on their punt team. He will signal for the fair and take it just inside the 35. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to pass, it's Sperry. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? He'll pull it on the read. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davis. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
He slings it deep to the left. He's got it on the outside. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield, it's McNeil. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They'll immediately call timeout. The Seminoles back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Lets it fly. It falls in. Trying to find his man for 6. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job. Coverage. Got down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Spins away from the defender. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. A little screen to the running back. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44. Out of bounds. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. They'll get him corralled and down off the 19-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Back to pass, it's Sperry. Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll send the back in motion. Breaks the tackle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. The give to Davis. Nice move to keep running. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. Second and goal coming. Tries again to get it in. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Wants to throw. It's Berry. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get down the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
This one's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
And the Blue Devils come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Here's a heat. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Tries to find a little more running room. Return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the right. Now, another great move. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Noles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinator's down.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his touchdown of the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the first of Aggieland Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by 4 over Tennessee. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Get set, get set.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Back to pass, it's Agbana. Bringing the heat. Unloads it downfield. Can't connect on his first throw.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close.
Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Rushes on him. Going to try to get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking to throw, it's Agbana. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. So an 82-yard drive there. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll ride Davis here. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. The give from the gun. Plows through the defense. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Right back to the well. Makes one man miss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself. Shakes off the defender.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this round.
That's caught. It's McNeil. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. They go right back to him. Jukes his way for more. And they'll stop him about 5 yards. First. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner. Start us on the next drive. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Makes a connection. Turning it on. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Duke.
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
Lining up to add another. Right down the middle. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Trying play action. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this. It's a 3rd down stop. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out. End zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but there he goes. Got the first down and more. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Back to throw, it's Agbana. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? On first down from the 13-yard line. The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
22 water. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
21.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David, they played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres.